Hello, can you hear me? Okay. Hey everyone, my name is Sandra Oriji, and I'll be taking us on today's class on Introduction to Git and GitHub. So in today's agenda, we're talking about command line, Git, GitHub, the difference between Git and GitHub, how to install Git, sign up a GitHub account, and then connect your Git to your GitHub account. Then we'll do a little demo. Okay, what is command line? Command line is a text-based user interface used to run programs, manage computer files, and interact with computer. With command lines, you can create a folder, create a file, change directory, move directory, rename files, delete files, and clear terminal screen. Let's try this out on how to do this. I'm using Git. I'll open my Git bash. Can you see my screen? My Git is open. Okay, all right. Thank you. All right, now let me minimize this. Okay. Let me delete this. Okay, now I want to create a folder called testing. Normally, what we do is just go here, click, go to new folder, and then create a folder. But today we're going to do it with a command line. Now to create a folder, we use make directory. That's mkdir. Then the name of the file I want to create. The name of the file we're trying to create is hello.
I am so sorry to interrupt you, but could you please increase the font size?
Font. Oh, sorry.
So we can see it. Yeah, thank you.
No problem.
And there's also we may have question on chat. So if you can, if you are able to pay attention to it, that would be great. But if not, then we can interrupt you. So it's just to minimize a lot of interruption. We are also raising hands, so you should see if someone asks question. The raise hand button on Zoom is really nice because it shows the hand like someone asks question. So
I'm just trying to increase the font size.
If you control plus, does it work? Like sometimes it works for me.
Okay, it works. Okay, it's better now, right?
Yeah, I think that's good, right, guys? Thumbs up, down. It looks all right to me. Maybe a little bit more, just to make it bold. Good.
Okay.
There is a question already in chat. Someone says, please, where did you get your Git bash?
Okay, like I said in the Slack channel, you have to install it. You have to install your Git bash. But for now, maybe before the end of this class, I will show you how to install the Git bash. We are still going to use it again. You're going to do it. Okay. So, like I said, we want to create a folder in our file. I made a mistake here. Let me just clean this. I'm in my root folder, so I can't create my root directory, so I can't create folder there. So I have to go to my desktop to create a folder. Now, if you want to check if you're actually in your desktop file, you just use print current working directory. As you can see, I am in my root folder, that's Sandra. So that's not where I want to create my folder. I want to create it in my desktop. So how do I go to my desktop? Now, CD means change directory. So I want to change my directory to my folder, to my desktop destination directory. So click desktop. Now, if for someone like me that is not good in typing so much fast, so I can click tab, it will autocomplete. I click my tab key, it has auto-completed, so I have to click enter. Now I'm in my desktop folder, as you can see. Now let me run PWD again, that's print working folder. As you can see, I'm now in my desktop folder, and that's where I want to create the folder, desktop directory, and that's where I want to create my folder. Now to create my folder, I'll use make directory. I think okay. Make directory. Texting. Like I want to create a folder called texting. Enter. I've created the folder. As you can see, the folder is here. In front of my screen is here. Now I want to go into this folder I've created. Like if I want to go into the text, I just double click now and enter.
Excuse me.
But
Hi, Sandra. It seems like we are going at a very fast pace, which is
okay.
nice, but not so nice as well, because we already encountering a challenge for some of
Okay,
us.
how to download? Okay, no problem.
We
Let's.
don't even have Git bash. So how should
Yeah.
we follow you? So let's start with getting Git bash, and then we now start one by one so that we don't lose people from the beginning.
Okay. Now to install Git bash, you have to use this link. Then I'll paste it in the chat.
Thank you. See, that's what you should be on Discord, and that you can do the installation before. Okay. Please, whenever we say install things, try to install it beforehand. But then we'll also encourage our tutors to go over it very briefly before we start the class. Is that okay? So if everyone has installed Git bash, can you put it in chat so we know how many people are installing it right now, how many people have installed it already before we proceed? If you have a good amount of people that has Git, you have, okay, I've installed it, say, all right. I'm seeing positive. Yeah. That's great. Amazing. It's okay if you've not installed it, so, but I will not smile very well. I'll be like, okay, go and install it. All right, great. It seems like we have a good number of people that already have it installed. So we can start the tutorial now. So someone also just joined, so just like we go back to the your roots directory, tilde, and then thank you.
Okay, let me start from afresh. Like how I started. Okay, when I open my Git, okay, I don't know if I should delete it afresh. Should I?
Yeah, you can just just clear your terminal and maybe start afresh.
I want to clear out again. So I just go to my search list and click Git. That's if you have already installed Git bash in your system. It's open. Now I want to check my current working directory. I use pwd. I'm in my root directory, but the folder I want to create should be in my desktop, not root directory. So I'll use cd-change directory to desktop. Okay, now as you can see, I'm now in my desktop.
I have a question. Some of us, the desktop is with a capital letter D. So how do we know? So we can just, when we go back to the root directory, we can ls, right? List what is there. So we know what is there before, so that we know the right name to enter.
Okay. For this, capital doesn't matter. You can use D capital letter, and you can use small capital letter. Okay, want to know what is in this desktop now? Want to list the files in this desktop. So we use ls. So these are the files in my desktop. But I'm not interested in these files. I want to create a new one. So I'll use.
There's a question by Samuel.
Okay, please, I am having a problem. I'm trying to get directly to my desktop and it's telling me no search file directly, no search file or directly. How do I go about it, please?
You are doing what? Can I come in?
Like
come again?
The first command line is said we should run the pwd.
Yeah.
And said okay, we have to change our directory to desktop. And I did that, cd desktop, and it's telling me no search file or directory. How do I go about it, please?
Where are you? Which check your current working directory.
Sandra, can we go back to your root, like cd to tilde? CD tilde.
Let me start again. Git bash.
Yeah. So everyone, it's possible that depending on how you started the terminal, you're in a different place. So that's why Sandra started with, you need to do PWD, print working directory. So Sandra, let's do that, PWD. So now you know where you have, but maybe you still don't know the what is there. Then you can list, like we said, US. So if you're not in this directory, then just set it to desktop may not make sense because you may not have it there. So you need to know where desktop is for you. In most cases, Sandra, can you do LS? Let's see what's in your root directory. So you can see that there's a lot of things, so it's really difficult to print out. But just like Sandra said, if you just want to go into your directory, you can just do CD, then / maybe desktop or something. Yeah. So if you do that, or like, then you should be able to get to your desktop. If you are case sensitive, but Sandra just corrected me that most of the time under Git bash, you're not case sensitive. It will be fine. So just do any of these two, you should be in desktop, I think. I think we can continue now because we have a lot to cover. We may try to go a little bit fast, but we're recording this so you can come back to it. But yeah. So can you please maximize this a bit more? Someone requested. Maximize, okay. But I think Sandra minimized it so that you can see as she's creating the folder. So yeah, so it's, that now she wants to create a folder in the desktop, and we work from there. It's okay if this is your first time doing all of this, it may seem weird, but just try to follow as much as you can. So we have questions already. We will start with the first hand I saw up was Korede. Korede, do you want to go?
Okay, yeah. Good afternoon. So regarding the desktop root, the desktop, it's possible that the desktop directory, it's possible that you don't find it, maybe because it's under OneDrive. That is for those of us that are using the OneDrive facilities by Microsoft. So your desktop might be under that directory.
Okay. Thank you so much for that insight. So whatever you want to do, just know where you are so that we can create a folder. So right now, Sandra is going to be doing this tutorial in desktop. That's where she is. But if you're not in desktop or you cannot find desktop, then try to find it where it is if you want to actually put it on your desktop, or just try to follow this tutorial to see how to create a folder using the command line interface and things like that. We also had a hand raised, but no longer raised. So perhaps there's no other question. I'll try my best not to interrupt Sandra a lot, but this is important that you don't get stuck at this moment. We can continue. Thank you, Sandra.
Okay, thank you for that. Okay, let's continue. Like I said, I want to create my folder in my desktop, so I have to go into my desktop for directory to create this file. Now to create this file, I use make directory. That's texting. That's the file I want to create. Now the file is here. Now I want to go into this file, this folder I've created. I want to go into it. So how do I do this? I need to use CD. I want to work directly to the name of the folder I created as texting. Now I'm inside this directory that's texting. Inside this folder that's texting. So from here, I can do what I want to do with this folder. Now, the first thing I want to do is to create a file, not a folder. And I want to create a file inside this folder. Now, to create a file, use the keyword touch. And I want to create a text file. I want to create a text file inside this texting folder. Now, to create a text, I'll call the text file demo.txt. Now the file is created. Now to confirm if this file is actually created, let's go back to my texting. As you can see, the folder is created. the file is created, that's demo. It's a text document. Now I want to create more folders inside this folder, like a folder in a folder. I want to create more folder and more text file. First, I want to create a Python file. I use touch. Remember to create a file, use touch. I use hello.py. It's created. Now I want to create another 2 more folders. That's let me call it file 1, file 2. Remember to create a folder, use make directory, file 1. Make directory, file 2. Now, inside this texting folder, I have 2 files and 2 folders. Let's confirm it. ls. I want to list all the files in this folder. As you can see, it has listed that I have demo, tst, I have file 1 folder, I have file 2 folder, and I have a Python folder. Okay, let's proceed. Now, next thing we are going to talk about is how to move. How we can use command line to move a file into a folder. Now I have this demo. I want to move this demo text to file 1. I want to use this. I want to move this hello.py to file 2. Now, which keyword should I use to move these items? I use the keyword mv, and the syntax is mv file name and folder name. The syntax is mv file name and folder name. Now, which file do I want to move demo? Demo.txt. In which folder? File 1. So to move this demo text to file 1 folder, this is the syntax: mv file name and folder name. Click enter. It's done. I'm seeing a question. Okay, it's not for me. Okay, it's done. Now let's check if this demo text is still in this texting folder. Remember to check all the files in your folder, use ls. That's the list. Now, as you can see, the demo text is no longer in texting directory. Remember, you moved it to file 1. Get. Now, another thing is I want to move hello.py to file 2. The syntax mv file name folder name. mv, the file name is hello.py. And the folder name file 2. That's where I want to move it. It's done. Let's list it again. Now we don't have any other file here. We only have folders, file 1 and file 2. Okay, let's go into file 1. Now I want to ask the audience now. Like, I want to go into file 1 now. What should I do? What should I type? Let me read comments. Good, thank you, Basil. CD file 1, thank you. You have to CD to file 1. Thank you. Now I want to check the files in this file 1. What should I type? I want to check the file or the list. Good, thank you. Olatunde and Korede. So I have to use list. So that means that demo file is here. So you can try it out with file 2 and check if actually this hello.py file is actually in file 2. Now let's move forward. We want to rename this demo.ts. Like I said, with command line, you can create a folder, create a file, rename, move, and delete. But first, let's rename this demo.txt with command line. Now, to rename, what do? We use mv. What's that mv? Then old name to new name. Let's try it. We said old name is demo.txt. And the new name I want to give it is demos. Let's put s.txt. Done. Remember the syntax, MV, old name, new name. Let's list and see if it's changed. Good, changed. As you can see, with command line, these are things you can do, and we have more things you can do with command line. There are more things you can do with command line. Now let's go back to our texting folder. CD. Now, I'm trying to go back, not forward. I'm trying to go back to where we were before. Now I'm going to use ... to go back to texting. CD ... We are back to texting. Let's check the items in texting. We could still have file 1 and file 2. Now I want to remove a folder. I want to remove file 2. What should I type? We use rm/r, that's remove, name of the folder, file 2. Let's check. It's no longer there. Now to remove a file, you don't use rm, you use just rm and the name of the file. Now in texting, we only have one folder. Let's try out how to remove a file with file 2, file 1 rather, because that's the only folder remaining. Let's cd to that file to remove that folder inside, to remove that file inside it. Cd to file 1. Let's check if you are in. Good, we are in. Now I want to remove demo.txt. So I use rm, the name of the file. Let's check. It's empty. So we have empty folder. It's not empty. So that's how we can do. We can use command line to create a folder, create a file, move files, delete a folder, delete a file, and so on and so forth. There are so many things you can do with command line. Let's go back to our discussion. Okay, we have seen how to create a folder, create a file, change directory, move files, rename files, delete files, clear time when we have done it. So, like you can see, we have so many command line. We have it's so many. So we want to clear it and start again. We want to clear these rough stuff here. So how do we do it? You have to clear our screen. So to clear this, can use the command clear. You see everything is cleared. You just clear, just to clear your terminal screen. Everything is out. Can I copy the CLI to Notepad so we can redo it? Sure. I will share the slide, but I will include the command lines in each of this later on. So I'll give the link to the GitHub repo where you can just go there and get it. Okay, let's move to Git. What is Git? It's an open source software used to track changes in our distributed version control system. Definitely, Git is open source software because you didn't pay for it. It's free for everyone. It's free for everyone. So it's used to track changes in our projects. Git works hand in hand with GitHub, and it's developed by It's developed in 2015 by Linus Torvalds. Now, as time goes on, I will show you how you can use Git to track changes in your projects. Like you're working on a project with someone to track changes. I will show you can use Git to do that. Now, GitHub is a hosting provider and version control platform used to collaborate on open source projects and share files. Like you have a project you're working on now, and you have like 4 people working on that project. With GitHub, you can, contribute, collaborate, and share the files. When I'm done with my own work, I push the code, and now the maintainer will now merge the code into the project you are working on. Now, what's different between Git and GitHub? Like I said, Git is a virtual control system that we use to track our code. Then GitHub, on the other hand, is a service that lets you host, share, and manage your code on the internet. So I hope you guys have installed Git and signed up to GitHub. Okay, for the first time, when you download your Git and you sign up to GitHub, you can't just start working on Git. You can't just start working on Git and GitHub just like no. You have to connect the two together so that whatever you are doing here is affecting whatever you're doing in GitHub. You have to connect the two together. Now, personally, I have connected mine. Let me show you. Let me start Git. Okay, now I've created mine. How do I confirm this? Let me use git config global username user.name. Now this is my GitHub username, so that shows that I've connected my Git to my GitHub. So if you try this out and it's showing you error or any other message, that means I'm not connected your Git to your GitHub. Then what should you do? Simple, to set up your Git, to connect your Git to GitHub, simple use this. You type git config / global user.name, then your username, that's your GitHub username. Let me show you my GitHub. Now this is my username, 92/control/CLTS. So that's how you get your Git username. So with this, you connect it to, you have to connect your username. So this is how to get your username from GitHub. Excuse me, I don't know why it's blocking my view. Okay, like I said, let me slideshow. So remember to put your username in a apostrophe, like this thing. Put it there. So you just like your username. Use this apostrophe to colon. That is called semicolon as well. To type in your username. That's to configure your username. Then to confirm if you're successful, just type this git config username to confirm if you're successful. Okay, next, you set your email address. The email address is to put your GitHub. So that's what you have to put here. Git config username.user.name. Remember here is for username, you use user.name. So for email address, you use user.email to set your email address. So when you are done this, that means you are set. Remember to confirm if you have done all this. Use git config global username, and then use git config global user.email. Okay. Now, our demo will be creating a repo in GitHub. Then we create a folder on our local computer with a README file using, we can use our command line of VS Code, one that works for us. Then we push this folder we created to GitHub. Well, we're going to talk about how to clone a GitHub repo, make changes locally, create a branch, create a pull request, push the changes merge the branch on GitHub, and then how to pull changes on GitHub. These are things we'll talk about as we go on. Okay, now let's go to our GitHub. Okay, this is my home. This is my home for GitHub. So that probably your own might be different from mine. So I want to create a repo. I'll go to your
Sandra.
Yeah.
I think we'll have to pause a little bit. Some people have still not been able to connect. So there are questions. One of the questions is that if your PCs are already connected to Git account, how do you disconnect and connect it?
Git account?
Yes, let's say you're already connected and
to GitHub.
Like yesterday wants to disconnect it and connect to another one.
To another account?
Yeah, on GitHub.
Well, I don't know that actually. I don't have to disconnect my phone to know that.
I think you should if you go back to the command that you had before. So I think if you want to connect to another one, you just have to type in the new username and the user email, and you can verify which one you're connected to using this git config -- global user.name to know what you're connected to. So, but you can always change it to another one. But we need to make sure that a lot of people have connected their Git to GitHub. And it seems that so many people said no. So we should go back to that stage of connection. And so guys, where are you stuck? This only works if you're on your computer and you're trying things out right now, please. So are you in your terminal?
No, it's not underscore, it's dash.
Yeah, it's not underscore. So the command is git config, right? It's config -- global. You do user.name, then the name of your username. My username is Tejua Fonja. So don't do that because then you cannot connect to my it will ask for authentication. So always put your username because you need to authenticate it somehow. Do you need internet connection for it? Yes.
Yes.
If you want, I think right now it's just locally, but if you need to do pushing, if you want to push to GitHub, you need to be connected. So you still need internet connection, but not like while doing this git config. It's been a long time since I've done it, but I can also check right now my terminal. So that we say, I think you should also use it's machine. I was maybe Windows. So as anyone, can anyone confirm that they have when they do it's dash that global user.name, I see their username and their email connected. Otherwise, we can proceed with the tutorial. When you get to the point where we want to do git push, it will, if you are not connected, it will prompt you anyway. So yeah, okay, we have one person who said they have okay, two. Now this is good. Yeah, so I think we can continue now. So it's not great considering we have 47 people, but at least some yes is better than none. Okay, good. Oh, my audio is clumsy. I am sorry about that. I'll keep quiet, but I think it's because it's very windy right now. So okay, I'll keep quiet. Like I'm not the one that you should focus on, but I'll keep quiet. Sandra, please go ahead.
Okay, let's proceed. Okay, it should be in your GitHub now. So I want to create a repo. I'll click here. Go to your repository. That's how I do mine. There are other ways you can create a repo, like go to your home directly and click here, this plus, new repository. I think I don't know why I have this habit of going through my profile to create a repo, but that's how I do it. But the other way you can do it, just click here, you see new repo and create. So I'll go to this create new repo. So we call this testing it. Yeah. So testing it. Let's leave. Let's not initialize README. Request a README from our local branch. Just be create. Now we have created our repository. Now let me close this. Minimize. I want to use this file. Good. Okay, git bash. I want to save it to my desktop. Let's see what is inside. Okay, CD to texting. Let me play my screen. So we have an empty folder here. So I want to create a file, a README file. So what should I type? I want to create a README file. What command should I use? Good touch, use touch to create the file. COUCH, read me dots. Oh, sorry, that's a mistake. I need to delete that. So how do I delete this file I've created now wrongly? Let's check that's what's there. Okay. Yeah. Sarah, yeah, right. So I want to delete that this readme file I created. ROM rather. Would have deleted it. And let me create my good. I've created my review. Good, good, good. Okay, what next? I need to initialize this folder to be a Git folder, because if I try to work on this now, it will not show anything because this folder is not a Git folder. Now look at the instruction given here when I created that. When I created my repo, it said initialize. I have to initialize this folder so that it will be a Git folder. How do I do that? To use git int. Git init rather. Now I've done that. Look at how my folder looks like now. It has Git inside it. But prior to this time, it doesn't have this Git file. It doesn't have this Git file. So that's how we can do that. So now my folder is now a Git Yeah, it's a Markdown file. Okay. What next? Remember, we need to add this file we created to Git. So look at the instruction. I say we should add this readme file. So we say Git add name of the file readme. So remember, if your readme is small letter, that's your R. So if I use small letter, my own is big and capital letter. So that's what I mean capital letter. .md. Let's check Git status. I would have done Git status for added, so you can see how it looks like. It's added. So before I made a mistake, I would have added the status first before I would have checked first before adding it. So before I added this readme, and even I checked for Git status, it should have shown this new file to be read, which means that it has not been added already. But now it's added, it's showing green. I don't know. Is there any question? Difference between to create a folder, we use make directory, and to create a file, we use touch. That's in Git. So if you have to use command prompt, that's a different ball game together. So to create a file, we use mkdir, that's make directory. Then to create a file, we use touch. Yeah. Okay, let's commit Git /m-n. That's the message. And then the message you want to pass, let's just say first commit. Okay. Adding readme. Good. Check the status. Good. Okay, we have done that. Now we have to add our report to image. Copy this link. We say git remote add origin. Then I have to paste the link. Enter. Done. Any question? Okay, git add, what it does is to add, we are trying to add what you put in the folder, that's the readme file. So that's where there was change. So that's how adding it. So to commit is just staging, you're trying to stage your staging it for moving it to the remote repository. That's GitHub. So as we are going, as we proceed, we understand what this git add means. So let's push. I'll type this, but it will throw an error. But we'll correct it. It should tell me master main here, but I'm using master. But let me just follow through. Okay, now it's showing me error. Let's try again. It should be master. Remember, in my master here is showing master, not main. Okay, it's done. So let me refresh. Okay, my readme file is here. So my branch name is called master. So that's why I changed it to master, not main. So I don't know what yours is. So check what yours is there, whether it's main or master. Remember, it's showing here as master in my Git. So yours should be showing men as the branch, but mine is showing master. So can check yours. Okay, where I copied the link is when I created the repo. Oh God, let me go back. When I created the repo, there was a link there, but if you have shift from that part, you can go back to that repo you created like I've done now and go to code and then go to local and then copy this link. Copy this link by clicking here, copy it here, I'm clicking here. So in case if you have moved out of that screen, maybe by mistake like I have done, so you can just go back, click on that repo. That's the name of the repo. My own is testing it. I don't know what you named yours. And then go to local and then click on the link. When you type git init, what did it show you? Are you sure you have linked your git to GitHub? I mean, go ready, Samuel. Who is at this stage now? That means there was no error. Okay, let me go back to my distance so I can see what I did. Okay. Samuel, I don't know. I want you to guys follow me again on what I did. I did git init and it shows me that the repository I created is empty, which is true. There was no file there. Then I added I added the file I created. Like in this init, I have not added it already. So now is when I added the file I created, that's readme file. So I don't know if somewhere, if you did this, if you added this file by typing git add readme.5, because that's the file I created, so I have to add it. I'm not adding the whole folder. Like if I want to add the whole folder, I would just say git add name of the folder, that's texting. But I'm just adding just the file, not the folder. Or if I choose not to use git add texting, I can use git add dots. It's to add everything there, the folder, both the folder name, everything, to add everything. But I choose just to add the file name that's with me. Are you following? Can you hear me? Okay. All right. Good. So where are you now? Okay, after adding git readme file, I want to check my status. It shows that I have just committed. I need to commit this file, that's readme file, which I did. More like I need to stage it. Git commit /n. This is the message I want to pass. Like for example, now if I'm working, if it is a project I'm collaborating with like 5 persons. So in each stage, I commit my file. I need to tell them, okay, this is what this is all about. Look, I'm adding this function, I'm making this function, I'm updating the README, that kind of thing. So this is the message the person will see. Okay, this is what you did with this commit. Now, to add my git, so I use git remote add origin. Then I copied the link, like I told you, in case if you have missed that part, just go back and copy this link. Click on your repo, go to code, and then local, and then copy the link. So when you are done with that, next thing is to push. Like I told you, mine is master, so I don't know what yours is. So when I used main, there was an error. So I then used master because that's my branch name is master, not main. As you can see, there is no main here. So there didn't be an error when I did that. So that's it. And you don't need to. Okay, did you? Okay, just type anything as a commit message. Okay, commit message. Look at it now. README file. This is a commit message showing adding README. So if the owner, if for example, if I'm not the owner of this project, I'm pushing this README file, the person will know, okay, there was no README file in this repo, and I'm adding a README. So it's showing adding README. So that's it. Okay, let's proceed. Now I want to pull. Why do we pull? Pull is, for example, you made a change in your remote repo. I want it to reflect in your local branch. Let me explain. Now I want to go to this my README file. I want to add something in this my Github, in this my README. You know, it was empty, it was an empty file. So I want to add something there. I'm using markdown command. So it's more like I want to make this bold. Okay, I made this edit in GitHub, not in my in what's it called, in my local branch in GitHub. That's in my remote server. So I have to commit the changes. Click update read.me. You see, I can change this message, but I like it that this way. Update read.me. So if I'm doing this in Git, I'll use git commit / message hyphen, then so not hyphen, apostrophe, then you can call him, and then I start writing my commit message. But GitHub is just giving it to me like that. I'm done. So now look at my Git. Look at my README file. It has it has the message now, texting Git and GitHub. Introduction to Git and GitHub. I have a message here, Charlie. How do you change from master to main? No, I didn't change anything. As you can see, this is in my main, not master. I didn't change my branch is still in my master, not main. As you can see, there is master, not main. Now, how did I add this message? Let me go back to my repo, texting.git. I clicked on README. You see this icon, this pencil icon. Edit this file, just click and edit, and then commit the changes. Okay, how we can do it? Okay, let's talk. Maybe we discuss it on Discord here. Just add me for Discord. Okay, let's proceed. Okay, now I have added some things in my README file. You can't check out to be main because from here now, I don't have any main branch here. Let me view all my branches and see if there is main. You see, I only have main. I only have master. So if you have main, if you have another branch name, you can check out to it. But for me, I have just master. So I can't check out to main because I don't have it here. But I think for you to get the main branch, you have to create the README file in your, you have to create the folder in your Git, in your Git, and then clone it in your local branch, and then I think it will show you main. I think that's the stuff I've checked out. So when I clone, I get main, but when I push, when I push from my Git to my Git, I get master. I don't know. That's how does it. Okay, let's go. I have to copy this. Like I said, I have made changes here. If you go to my local branch, this README is empty. There's nothing in it. How do I know? Let me open it. As you can see, I've opened it to my VS Code. It's empty. There's nothing in it. But if you go to the one in my remote server, oh God, my battery is down. If you go to the one in my remote server, there is this thing there. You get. So let's update that. Oh, my battery is down. Oh God. Let's see how we can do this. You go back here. Okay, what you have to do is to fetch this, what is in my remote server to my local branch. How to do that? You just git fetch origin. Remember, it's master, not main. So if your own is master, if your own is main, you can put main. Okay, I'm back. So now it has done that. If you don't have VS Code, so you can just follow through. We will not use that VS Code much today. Okay, I'm done. Let's check the status. Now you said your branch is behind by 1 because I have this item I added, I have not committed and kind for. So how do I do this? No, I'll use merge, to merge what is in my what's it called, remote server to my local branch. I'll use git merge. I don't want to use git merge. Origin /master. So now I'm trying to get what is in my remote server to be in my local branch. Enter. Good. Now it has updated the README file. One file changed. So let's do git pull and see what it says. Already up to date. So by merging what is in my remote server by using git merge, I've already achieved pull. Okay, let's check if actually it's dark. So have you seen it? It's back. Look at it now. So what is in my remote server is now, I've updated it in my local branch. Oh God, I don't know how I'm going to do this. My system is down and there is no way to charge. Oh God. I went out and I forget my system. You said it had, in which parts? I don't know if you can have this section again. That is the message. I mean, okay. Okay. So are we together? Let me know. Okay, Jack. Who else has merged the file from the remote server to the local branch? I've merged my own is not up to date. So what is in my remote server is same as what is in my local branch. Okay, Dimola, yeah, thank you. That's fine. Okay. Okay. Okay, I have to continue. I'm thinking of stopping here because my system is down in 12 minutes. I don't know how to continue so that we don't. Okay, let's continue and see.
Okay, Sandra, how do you intend handling your power issue? Do you want to stop here or continue?
Yeah, personally, I want to stop here because if I should continue, that means there will be questions for that and there won't be any time for me to answer it. So I don't know if you can reschedule the section. Maybe some other time, like 30 minutes or so. So you can touch on how to create a branch, how to clone, and the rest.
Okay, I think I'll speak with Teju and we'll see how to go about that. Oh, maybe you can complete the class during the week.
No problem. No problem. I'm available whenever it's scheduled.
Or another alternative option, maybe you create like a video, right, for the remaining sections that you want to cover.
Okay, that's fine too. That's fine.
Okay,
that's fine too. So the remaining section is how to clone and then create a branch and then push that branch, make changes. That's it. Now to get the what's it called? The slide. So you have to go to what yeah, it's sad. So then
there's also a question about how you can be reached out to.
Sure, I'm on Slack.
Okay, she's on Discord. You can can reach out to
Discord, sorry. Discord.
you can reach out to Sandra on Discord and she would answer all your questions.
So when you get to cohort 8 materials, you go to our lab section, introduction to Git. Then the slide can be found here. If you click here, take it to the slide. Like I said, I'll update it with the Git line and with the command line for creating a folder, creating a file, changing directory, moving a file, naming files, deleting files, clear terminals. So I will update this and then you will see it. So what I will do next is just to clone, how to clone, and then create a branch. So that's it. Okay, so. Okay, I'll do that. Okay, don't worry. I'll drop this link on Discord so you can see my accounts and then chat me up here if you have any issue. Interesting. Discord. So that's my account name. Yes. I also dropped the link for the cohort 8 material. I would love if we do this thing live, not recording, because there'll be a lot of questions when I start flowing and creating branch. Okay. I don't know if there's any more question, I can call it a day.
So if you have questions, you can drop it in the Discord channel anytime. And I would like us to appreciate Sandra for this wonderful session. Introducing Git and GitHub these are wonderful tools that we will get to use day to day as a data scientist and as a machine learning engineer. And Sandra has done a wonderful job in introducing us to this concept. So let's appreciate Sandra for all she has done. And the continuation of this class will be communicated to us. So thank you everyone for joining this session. Do we have a WhatsApp group? And no, all communications is all communications is on the Discord channel. At Kenichi, the lab session, are you referring to this session? Should I? Yes, there's attendance for this lab. Shadrach has dropped the attendance. I don't know if Shadrach is on the call. Can you drop the attendance link again? Shadrach, can you drop the attendance link again? Okay, yeah, we have the attendance link again. Can you go ahead and fill the attendance form and the feedback form? And yes, there'll be quizzes during the week, and that will be communicated also on the Discord channel.
But thanks for joining. I believe in now. Thank you so much.
All right. Shadrach, we also need the feedback form. So the link to the feedback form has also been provided. I'll be ending the call now. And thank you very much, Sandra, and thank you everyone for joining. I wish everyone a wonderful weekend.